one such course. So these courses are offered in Canvas, which is a learning platform. And as soon as you enter the course, this would be the first page that you see. And the first thing would be, a warm welcome from me. So let me show you what that is. Hi, my name is Marketa Rickley, and I'm your instructor for Foundations in Strategy. Prior to earning my PhD in strategy, I worked. And as you see, I'm not going to show you the whole video, but it's just a minute-long introduction into the course where you get a sense for the personality of the instructor and hopefully a nice warm welcome into the course. And then as we go down after you have watched the video, there is a short list of your first 5 steps to hit the ground running in the course and get oriented toward the course materials, how the course is going to be structured, and to give you a guide or a map to how this online course will work. So step 1, just like in a face-to-face course, it is to read the course syllabus. Step 2 would be to get the course pack. Step 3 is to make sure that we are communicating with one another effectively, that you are receiving the instructor's assignments, emails, instructions. And step 4 will introduce you into the meat of the content. After you have a chance to work through this, then there is a discussion board that sort of works to work out any sort of confusion that might still be remaining about how things work in the course. Because if you as a student individually have questions, you're likely not the only one. So instead of emailing the instructor, it might be helpful to your classmates to put your question on the discussion board. So let me show you, for example, what the course syllabus looks like for the strategic management course. So in addition to sort of the regular things about, how this course works, what the description is, and what the general expectations are, you're going to find kind of 2 important components. How does the grading work, right? What are the components of the course regarding assignments and tests and discussion board participation, and how that all fits in together to the overall course? And then the other important part, this is what I have on my wall to make sure that I stay in step with the students as well, is the course calendar. So this course is set up, even though it can be sort of done asynchronously, it's set up in a lockstep sort of manner so that students know how to progress effectively and efficiently through the course content to make it through to the end in a timely fashion. So ahead of every class, this is a flipped classroom type course where you watch videos, do readings, perhaps take some comprehension quizzes to prepare you for an optional discussion that would happen in a Zoom meeting, right? When the students can come together and discuss the class material. The course pack in this course, it happens to be a combination of articles, chapters from textbooks and cases, but of course in other courses it might be a textbook or it may be a different form of media, whether it's software or a simulation or something else. Let me jump now to step 4. In modules, which you can access here or up here in the left, that's how we're going to access the course materials. So in session 1, we're just sort of, warming up in the first week, making sure that everyone has an understanding of where to find things and isn't coming into the course, thinking that they already don't understand. So we sort of ease in, get to know one another, and get to know the materials and the format. And then in session 2, here you see the lesson and then the to-dos. So there is a page where I briefly introduce the topic. I try to lay out what the learning objectives are for that section. And then again, there is a list of what you're expected to do on your own. So that would be to read, to watch the lecture, and then to look at the associated PowerPoint slides, which are downloadable, and then we'll have a session quiz. So as you can imagine, right, listening to online lectures can get a little long. So in my course, I make sure that each of the lecture segments are no more than 10 minutes long. I thought really deeply about what to include and what to exclude out of these lectures. Let me show you really quickly an example of that. In this introductory lecture, I'm going to briefly talk about what my aims for this course are, but mainly, I will answer some key questions such as, what is the purpose of strategy? I will talk about what a strategy is and what a strategy isn't. Okay, and so down here you see it's no longer than 8.5, 9 minutes. And of course, not all topics can be covered in 10 minutes. So you may see that certain concepts are uh, split up into maybe 2 or 3 lectures that are no longer 10 minutes long. So if you feel like you still have the energy to watch another one, you can jump directly to the next one, or you can leave it for another day. Let me show you what a kind of a reading comprehension quiz would look like in this course. So as you see, you are allowed 2 attempts, right? Because this is kind of a learning, the goal is to learn from the quiz. It's not to be tested. That comes later in the midterm exam or in the final exam. Let me jump to another module where I can show you maybe some assignments and how that works. I'm going to jump here to the third module. And this is an example where industry analysis is a topic that takes a little bit more than just one 10-minute section. But down here, one of the things you're asked to do is to contribute to the discussion board. So in the discussion board, right, you have a question that you are being asked to answer. The way that I have it set up is that you cannot see anyone else's responses before you yourself submit your post, so that you don't feel like anyone else took your answer. And then you're asked to respond so that we get some back and forth, some conversation between students. And you also see how this is going to be graded. So up here in the 3 dots, you can take a look at the rubric and have an idea of what kind of performance or what kind of submission it would take to receive full points along all of the different criteria. Jennifer, I believe that is sort of the general overview of what this course looks like. Are there some things that you would like me to show you, or that you found that I haven't discussed yet?
Sure. If you could please talk a little bit about what usually shows up in the to-do section on the right-hand side, and also about the people tab. I know we might not be able to click it, but just about what might be there and what's offered up.
Sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. So right here on the right-hand side, you see the to-do section, and it sort of nicely lays out for you pulls out of the syllabus with the deadlines, what is coming up, what the deliverables are, and the date that they are due. So that's kind of a nice tool to have. And over here in the syllabus, in addition to the printed syllabus that's going to show up, you also have kind of a nice course summary that includes all of the deadlines, and make sure that you are keeping up with the course material. In the People tab, which I'm not going to click on because this is a live course, you are able to see who else is in your class. And by clicking on their names, you can directly send them a message or an email style message within this Canvas platform. If there are groups or teamwork is involved in the course, that's also where you can find what team you're assigned to and automatically start discussing or conversing with people that are only in your team.
Awesome. Thank you. This is really helpful. We hope that